Welcome to Travelling Planet Earth. Here we are, Kuala Lumpur City Centre, Petronas Towers. Today we're going to look at the towers, we're going to look at the park, and we're going to head over to Kampung to have a look at old soul Kuala Lumpur. Stick with us. So last week we had a good look at the district Bukit Bintang. Today I'm at the Backer Pavilion, and I thought that'd be a good segue to get into this walkway and head over to Kuala Lumpur City Centre. Now you'll see that often described as KLCC. It's where the twin Petronas Towers are, KLCC Park, and a lot of open expansive spaces, and also some more shopping malls. So we're going to have a look at that today. But one of the interesting things here, when you get off at Bukit Bintang station or the monorail down the other side, there's an air-conditioned walkway that takes you all the way to the Petronas Towers. So we're going to have a look at that and see what that's like. I'm filming this in between the Christmas holidays and New Year, so it's quite busy in town at the moment. But I'm doing a 9:30 start this morning because, to be honest, most of the things around these shopping districts don't open till 9:30 or 10 o'clock, so might as well have a sleep in during this period. I wasn't sure what type of air conditioning this place would have, but it looks like from up on the roof, it's just the stock standard air conditioner you'd find in commercial businesses. The first one I saw was numbered 31, so I'm assuming if I follow down to 1, that'll lead me to the towers. A lot of travellers I talk to, especially digital nomads, Malaysia really isn't on their bucket list. A lot of people do the West Coast but don't really have that big of a look around, especially Kuala Lumpur. It's like it's for a stopover or 2 or 3 days at the most. But gee, there's a lot here. I sort of compare it to Singapore on a smaller scale, like the amount of shopping malls, infrastructure, the monorail, the trams. It's very easy to get around. For me, it's quite honestly a city that I think could be a jumping point into Asia for me, or somewhere to come back and have a month or two just to have that rest. It's got everything you need, and yeah, it's got some good food as well. It's like the melting pot of Asian food. You've got it coming from India, you've got it coming from Vietnam, China. It's all here. It is something I am thinking about, that this might be our base, that we come back to and have a month or two here each year just to do some editing, to refresh and eat some good food. So from the air-conditioned walkway, it brings you out to the convention centre, and it looks like I'm just going to follow the signs, but it does look like you now get escalators down into the bottom of the convention centre, and that takes you over to the Petronas Towers. So as you enter underneath the convention centre, the first thing you'll see on the right is the entry to the aquarium. Adults 54 ringgit, children 44 ringgit. I'm not going to do that today. I've seen a few aquariums. The other thing you'll see here straight away is the obligatory Starbucks that you get everywhere. Once you get past the aquarium, there's a small food court, but we'll see later there's a larger one in the Soraya shopping mall. So next to the fuel shack, it looks like there's a tunnel to Soraya KLCC, or you can also take the stairs to the right of me, which take you up to the park. I'm going to take the walk down the mall and head straight to the Soraya shopping mall. Maybe grab a bite to eat for breakfast. It's quite interesting. Bukit Bintang to the Petronas Towers, it's probably 800 metres, a kilometre walk, but doing it in underground tunnels or high-rise walkways that are air-conditioned with art all along the side, it's actually a pretty good walk. You've got that small little food court as a break in the middle, and then when you get out to the Petronas Towers or Soraya, the shopping mall, you've now got some pretty good shops and a very big food court up on the top floors. a hot pot and clay pot. I thought I'd get myself a clay pot chicken. Can't go wrong, 14 ringgit. And it's cooked fresh. That's one of their sizzling dishes being cooked at the moment. And that's the hot pots up the back there. So Soraya Mall has a good probably 100 food choices to make. I've got the chicken clay pot. Looks pretty good. Shouldn't really touch it. That's pretty hot. That's really nice. Stock standard, looks like chicken, rice. There's a sauce gravy through there. There's mushrooms. And you've got that caramelised rice at the bottom. That's a good meal for the start of the day, and for 14 ringgit, that's pretty good value. Okay, we're gonna have this and then we'll head off down to the park. So that's about our 6th mall in 2 episodes. So I think we've covered malls, and Kuala Lumpur is full of them. But it looks like the Christmas decorations are starting to come down and they're starting to get stages set up for New Year's Eve. So I think this was probably the place to be in a couple of days' time for me for New Year's Eve. For me, this is the area I love about KLCC. When you get out and you have a look at the park, the green spaces, and just this openness in the middle of a city. Now I know in a couple of weeks we're going to head down to the botanical gardens and that real green belt, like the lungs of Kuala Lumpur. But this here, right in the middle of the city, this is pretty spectacular as well. For me, it's worth coming and just having a day here to have a look at the shopping centre, do the park, and then also have a look at the towers, which we'll finish up with. Take note that if you want to do the Petronas experience, it is downstairs in the basement, but you do need to book well in advance, even days in advance, because it's easily sold out most days. On the park side of the Petronas Towers, you'll also see a number of restaurants. This looks like the perfect place to just sit around, have some lunch, have some dinner, watch the people, watch the park, watch life go by in Kuala Lumpur. Hi guys, thought I'd just take a quick break as I walk around the park. Don't worry, it's not an ad. I thought I'd just give a quick thank you. My first year's up on YouTube. This is the start of the 2nd year. 3,100 subscribers that hung around, and I think I've had just over 250,000 views. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully this year we can do a lot better. The plan, most people don't like saying where they're going. I'm going to head from Kuala Lumpur, do a bit of a research. First time I've been to the Philippines, so I'm going to do the Cebu Islands for about 8 weeks. And then from there back to Indonesia. I'll do a little bit of Bali, but I want to get out and start looking at the other islands. Java, Nusa Tenggara and Sumatra is my bigger plan for this year. And also back to Kuala Lumpur, or back to Malaysia, sorry, and do that whole west coast from Singapore, right up Kuala Lumpur, Malacca, and then up to Penang and Langkawi. That seems to be about 7 or 8 months of this year that I've got planned. Not sure what I'll do once it comes to the wet season and where we'll head off to, but I think it's going to be a good year. So hopefully you'll stick around. I'm going to try and be a bit more personal, show a bit more about the life in these places we're going to. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. I think so far so good, but you might think otherwise. Leave some comments if you've got some suggestions. But right now, I'm going to head around this park, have a look what's here. I can see a big mosque, and I think there's something there that looks like an entertainment centre or a sports complex. I'm going to go have a look at that as well. So this is a really nice open space. There's cleaners around everywhere, bins, it's spotless. There's a police station behind me. Just looks like a really good place to sit back, relax and be safe. So just before we get to the mosque, there's a really large open space here. Now, if anyone can tell me what this is for, I'm assuming it's for parades, performances, city events. that type of thing. May have something to do with a mosque, but I do think it's more about the whole city. I don't think it's a car park, I just think it's an event area or a major events area. But if you know, let me know. So down the end, this is what I've come for on this side of the park. You've got the mosque, and then you've also got that sports, entertainment, whatever that complex is down the bottom. Looks quite new. We'll go down and have a quick look at that. So I think the pronunciation is Masjid Asy-Syakirin, and that's the mosque that's in the Kuala Lumpur city centre at the end of the park. Now it's quite impressive. Once again, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, not respectful to go anywhere near that, but I'll have a good look from outside. And there's actually people praying in there at the moment, so not really the right thing for me to even try and get in there anyway, be a bit more respectful. So I'm just going to have a look from the outside, but it is a very nice piece of architecture. It's amazing how some of these places of worship, mosques, Catholic churches, Buddhist temples, are some of the most amazing architectural sites around the world. So it's not completed yet, supposed to be finished in 2026. What's your guess? Entertainment centre, sports complex, library, gallery? If you answered any of those, you'd be incorrect. Kuala Lumpur, you've got another mall. Yep, that's correct. It's going to be Kuala Lumpur's next shopping mall. Do you think it's needed? If you need to get out and about, out of your hotel, you want to go for a run or a jog, Kuala Lumpur City Centre has an excellent jogging track around it, and the parkland is perfect just for a nice walk. Another thing that gives Kuala Lumpur a tick in my book is this one. Filtered drinking water stations as you walk around the city, especially in this parkland, going for walks, going for jogs. You can just come up, have a drink. I expect that the water is perfectly filtered as the sign says. And just a little travel hack, if your hotel or hostel doesn't have a pool, come down to KLCC. The pool here, it's free, you've just got to bring a towel. Oops, scratch that. Just found out it's for kids under 12 only. You can probably still put your feet in. Just walking around this pathway, especially on the end where there's not too many people up here, it's more foresty, it's more planted. On the end where you'll see the whale, head up that end. It's a really nice place, you could just sit here all day. But there's some palm trees here that I just noticed the sign that said keep your distance because of the sharp thorns. I haven't seen a palm tree like that before. It doesn't say what its name is, so if you know, let me know. That's the first time I've seen a thorny palm tree. But it is a good view down this end. Well, that's KL City Centre. Now I'm going to walk across to one of the oldest parts of Kuala Lumpur, Kampung Baru. I'm going to meet Lynn there and we're going to have a good look around the town, maybe get some dinner.